Hey guys, Divine122 here. Bringing an update on version 1.0.7.0. I just wanted to quickly go over some of the new features in this patch and run through them so they're a little easier to adjust to. So probably the first thing you're going to want to do when you load up this version is go ahead and reset the mod in the Holotape, or load the mod on a clean save. So we'll go ahead and open our inventory, take off our mask, navigate to our settings Holotape here, and we're going to run to context, mod activation, deactivate, and then reactivate the mod. And that's it. The reason we need to do that is to reset the scripts, because there are several changes, and just loading it into a version that is already existing will cause some issues. So one of the new features in this patch is actually used gas mask filters. So these will drop more commonly than the traditional gas mask filters, and they will only restore a certain percentage of your filter. Not additive, it will replace the whole filter, but it won't be a full 100%. So in general, this will be between 35% of a charge and 90% of a charge. So another little change is I made Diamond City and Good Neighbor safe locations, so you don't need to wear your mask there, and your masks won't degrade while you're in the area. So another change I've made is to the filter crafting. Crafting has received a couple perks, so you can, as you craft more filters, you will increase your crafting efficiency and be able to craft filters with less components. So as we go to the gas mask menu here, we can see that I'm only at the first tier, and this will automatically upgrade as you achieve the new perks. So there have been a few changes to the gas mask damage system in this update. Xbox users will be getting this for the first time, so looking through this will probably help a bit. But for PC users, there have also been a couple little changes. For the damage detection, another series of forms have been used to try to tighten up what sources of damage you can take. So things like radiation from ghouls or enchantments on armor should prevent damage to your gas mask. For Xbox users, one of the changes you'll notice is in the HUD widget, there is a new change to status. It now shows the damage your gas mask has sustained. So we can see that my gas mask is now moderately damaged, and now I'll want to repair it. You can't repair unless you are out of combat, so make sure you either eliminate enemies or flee from them, or change a mask if your mask is broken. If your mask does break, it will not prevent any radiation, so you'll have to either put on a bandana or put on a new mask. So here in our inventory, we can see the gas mask repair kit. This will be added to your inventory as soon as you put on a gas mask. So here we can see the mask condition, and we can see two menu items. These are different ways to repair your mask. So from the spend components menu, we can see the amount of materials we need to repair different tiers on our gas mask. We can repair 25%, 50%, or 100% of our mask condition. And here we see the current components that we have. We can also make repair kits. Repair kits restore 50% of your mask condition, and the cost is the same as spending the components directly. The difference is that you can craft 3 repair kits and store them. So if you're at a settlement and you have access to all your resources, you can craft 3 repair kits so that you can use them later. So here in the chem station, we can also see that we can craft the repair kits from the chem station. So if you want to use the components in your workbench, then this makes it easy for you. And as you craft these, they will be added to your total of repair kits. So another feature added by this patch is the ability to add gas masks to the database that weren't previously in it through a holotape function. You can also remove them, so that is different from before, where you would have to make an entry in the script itself and have me compile it. So now there's an in-game utility. So this Wastelander mask here is not actually in the database. So if I put it on, nothing happens. It's not protecting me. I don't have the overlay or anything like that. So the way that this works is that the most recent piece of armor that I've equipped is the armor that is going to be considered for the actual inclusion in the Holotape option. So now the gas mask has been added, and if I re-equip my mask here, we can see that it is now a gas mask. So we can likewise remove a mask. So if I felt like this mask wasn't really fitting a gas mask, or if one of the ones already in the database you don't feel really deserves the label gas mask, then you can easily remove that mask as well. And we can see that the mask has returned to its original state of not being a gas mask. In addition, we also can reset the database so that it returns to its original configuration. This will also need to be used if you ever update the database from outside the game in the script, because the way the database worked previously was that it would reset upon loading the game, but I've changed that to add this add and remove functionality. So now the database needs to be reset if you want to return it to its original form. Deactivating and activating the mod will also complete this function, so you can do it either way. So one of the quality of life improvements that's brought into this patch is the way that you upgrade your settlement filtration systems. So to get to those, you can go to Power Miscellaneous, and these can be placed on dirt, and they connect to the base of the filtration system. The way they were improved was I added some nice little component views to the actual upgrades themselves. We can see here in the upgrade menu that I have the components that I need listed on the right, and the available components on the left, and the radius that will be upgraded to. So with each rank of these air filtration upgrades, the distance will increase more per upgrade additively. So the maximum is upwards of 44 meters, which can cover the distance of about the entire Red Rocket area. So there are a couple new holotape options. One of them included is volume controls. So you can go and toggle off different volumes and give them different percentages that suit your preferences. Additionally, I also added customized radiation levels. So if you would like to change how much radiation you take for certain types of weather, you can change that. So if you want it to be less punishing when it's pleasant outside, by default it's like 7 to 14. But let's say you just wanted it to be more like 1 to 2. You can lower the radiation level. So now when I take my mask off, you can see that I'm taking less radiation, and it will conform mostly to around the setting I gave it. Additionally, for ease of use, in the context menu and HUD menu, I changed it so that when you're changing the position, you can have some variability by 10 pixels or minus 10 pixels from the presets. So if I go to 50, I can increase it by 10 or lower it by 10 as I see fit.